Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Reds, where we bring the latest Liverpool news, transfer news. Oh, I do apologise for that. We bring the latest Liverpool news, transfer news, and much, much more. And as we saw yesterday, Liverpool lose 3 games on the trot. 2-1 to Chelsea, having lost to Galatasaray and Crystal Palace in the previous few days. And I thought, you know what? Do something different today. I'll do something different today. Let's have a little debate, a little chat about what is going wrong at Liverpool. And I asked the question, has signs been there for this? For these 3 results coming, have signs been there previous to tell you that these 3 results are coming? And right now, absolutely. The signs have been there. The signs that we have been talking about many, many times on this channel, that results will eventually reflect performance. Performances, majority of the season, I say the whole season, bar half an hour here and there, half a game here and there, have been poor. And I'm being very kind there, poor at best. So I thought, you know what, today, guys, I'll come in. I'll be nice and calm. Last night did the match reaction. I was fuming with it. Got a few things off my chest. Did the player ratings, this and that. But I thought, when I sleep, nice and calm, on a nice chat with you guys at home. A nice debate on what is going wrong at Liverpool. How can we change it and how can we fix it and what we need to do moving forward. Let me get one thing absolutely clear. Arne Slot needs to be questioned, but not about his job. It needs to be questions about his tactics and his system. Absolutely. And his personality keeps playing. But about his job, no. For me, anyone that is Arne Slot out or going to that extent of being Arne Slot out, that's way too far. That's so reactionary. And is it one of them things where, like they're saying, Arne Slot out now, and then if you say a few months time, it gets worse and worse and worse, and like, oh, we told you back then. It's not one of them things. Right now, no one should really be Arne Slot out. If we're looking at everything as a whole, yes, we haven't been playing pretty well since, I said, turn of the year, since January, February. I'll be honest, we've not been playing pretty well. This season, however, the results have masked the performances. And when many, many people, including myself, including a few people on this channel, including Ends that comes on this channel, and many of us have been saying, look, the results will catch us up. These performances are not sustainable. These games are not sustainable. Last minute winners is not sustainable. We say it because we're coming from a loving place. We say it because we're a Liverpool fan. We're seeing what we're about to, we know what's going to happen. We see these results coming. We're not doing it in spite. We're not doing it to be reactionary. We're not doing it to be, clip up, to be viral and get clipped and to look good and to get clicks and views or whatever. I'm doing it to be truthful. I'd rather be truthful than biased and deluded. I'd rather be truthful to you guys at home and then rather than gaslight you. I can't stand gaslighting. I'm not one hand here that will say it's all roses when it's not all roses. If something is concerning me or something that worries me, something that I see in the game or, the way we've won the game and there's issues there need to be addressed, I'll bring them up on stream. I could just be like some fans out there and say, look, beat Bournemouth, beat Newcastle, beat Arsenal, beat Burnley, and just go, right, that's it. We won every game. Nothing is wrong at all. Nothing is wrong at all. We've won every game. Why are you crying? We've won every game. No, why should you be crying? Why are you being negative? Why are you criticizing players? Why are you keep criticizing Slot? Because nothing is wrong. We've won every game. What now? Because at the top of the league shite that you gave me before, or nothing's wrong because we're top of the league. Where is that same backing now? Because we're no longer the top of the league. I've been saying for a while now. I said it to Wens. If your boiler starts to leak, you need to address that leak. You don't wait till it fully goes. And right now the boiler's leaking like crazy. But it's got progressively worse. But we saw that leak in the win against Newcastle. We saw that leak against the win against Arsenal. We saw the leak in the win against Burnley. But all you guys did is give it a big bang Oh, it's fine for the next few days. It's fine. If you don't fix a leak, if you don't fix the boiler at the time when it's clearly broken at the time and clearly needs fixing before it fully goes, then don't expect it to be working in a few weeks' time. There were concerns and issues when we were winning, and no one wanted to listen. It's just that, negative, 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 negative. It's not negative. It's being truthful and being honest about our team. These results were coming because we were open to discussion about what it doesn't feel right. The way we're playing, the last minute goals, yes, it's a champion's mentality. It absolutely is. Pushing on to the end is a champion's mentality. But it's also not sustainable at the same time. It's not a way of continually winning games. Because we did it every week, it seemed to be continuing winning games, but it doesn't work like that. The biggest eye opener for me, and I said it the other day, the biggest eye opener was the Burnley one. We struggled to create any. We created about 2 chances against Burnley. Without Hannibal sticking his hand up and getting the iron ball, that's a draw game. We draw that game. We struggled to break down Burnley. That's a big issue. In fact, Burnley should have scored a couple times themselves. And they only didn't because they don't have the personnel. That Burnley game was a sort of glimpse into the Crystal Palace game in a little bit. But the difference between Crystal Palace and Burnley, Crystal Palace have way better players. That can punish us for it. So I thought, you know what? Let's have it out today, guys. If you're in the chat, let me know your concerns. Let me know your thoughts on what is going wrong at Liverpool. Individual players certainly having bad games at the moment, but for me, it's down to Arne Slot right now. And I'm far from Slot out. Far from Slot out. He's still the best manager for us. And do I trust anyone else more than Slot? No. So let me get that thing straight absolutely right now. But right now, for me, it's on Arne Slot. Good day for you, Rena. We've been straight to the point there for Rena. Being crap, basically. Slot's football is far too slow for me and boring. Why are we playing so many players out of main positions? And Sobo is not a right back. Stop this madness. And that's another thing that's concerning me, mate. That's another thing that's concerning me is the fact that we are. I said it yesterday when we put Sobo at full back, Gravenberch at centre back. I said it to the chat yesterday. I said it feels like he's winging it. What's going on here? If Kanate felt a knock or felt an injury, then bring Gomez on. Gomez on the bench. Centre back for centre back. Soboslai going to right back. Okay, he's done all right there, but bring Frimpong on. Put him at right back. Keep Soboslai in midfield where he should be. Keep Gravenberch in midfield where they should be. Play players in the positions. And this is why this whole, Salah's been shit, Kirkers has been shit, Kanate has been shit, Wirtz has been shit, this and that. This is why I can't fully go in on these players, and they do need to improve. Salah certainly needs to improve massively, and I think Salah right now needs to be dropped. And no one should be immune to dropping. But what hasn't helped Salah, what hasn't helped Kirkers, what hasn't helped Kanate, what hasn't helped Gakpo, what hasn't helped Wirtz is the system and the tactics that we're going into games with. We're not playing them like they should be played. Kirkers. Why did we buy Kirkers? What can anyone tell me in the chat what Kirkers was at Bournemouth? Why was Kirkers good at Bournemouth? And the answers you're going to give me tells you everything you need to know. Kirkers was good at Bournemouth because he was up and down that wing. He was good defending and attacking. He had everything as a proper fullback, like a Andy Robertson in his heyday. Pretty much very, very good at crosses, very good at attacking, and always coming back to help in defence. So we've got that Kirkers, okay. So what Kirkers have we got? Kirkers is now playing as a left back, coming into a centre back position. Yesterday we saw him a couple of times past Gakpo. And that's one of the best times we actually attacked yesterday is when Kirkers was going beyond Gakpo and Gakpo was using him. But it's very rare we see that. So what the Kirkers we bought, and everyone's saying, "Oh, what a signing!" That is not the Kirkers we're using. It's like we might as well have not got Kirkers. If we're going to go with this tactics and this system as the left back coming inside to make a centre back, if we're going to go that, why do we buy Kirkers? Same with Frimpong. We bought Frimpong because of his attacking ability and his ability to go up and down that wing as a right back or a full back. Are we using him like that? No. So why do we buy him? I'm questioning the signings now. I thought at the time, brilliant signings. Every single signing was brilliant, I thought. But looking at it now, the system we're playing, the way we're playing, it doesn't seem like we've bought for the system. Or do we do? We can't have bought for the system. I think we just bought players for the sake of buying players. If we're going to play an inverted left back, why have we bought Kirkes? If we're going to bring a right back that comes inside more so than Salah, then why have we bought Frimpong? If we're going to buy a number 10 in Florian Wirtz, if we're going to buy a number 10, that has to come back deep into a CDM position, even back to the defenders to get the ball. Why have we bought Wirtz? Because these players we've bought don't suit the system that we're doing. I won't mind if it was the same system as last season, but it don't seem like it is. Because we're playing now a 10 instead of three centre midfielders. I ain't a clue what's going on. If someone to ask me right now, what's Slot ball? What's Arne Slot's tactics? The only thing I can tell you is keep the ball. That's the only thing I can tell you. Keep the ball, and hopefully maybe we'll get a chance when the opposition teams get tired. I'll go 2-0 up and let the other team have the ball and shut up shop. This shutting up shop pisses me off, by the way, because at 2-0 up we shut up the shop and still get conceded. I don't like shutting up the shop. My dad always used to tell me the best line of defense is attack. Go score more goals. When we went 1-1 yesterday, this spoke volumes. When we went 1-1 yesterday, we were the team in the driving seat. We were the team in the ascendancy. Gary Neville himself said, look, if anyone's scoring here, if anyone's going to get a win here, it's Liverpool. Did we carry on that momentum? No. We thought, never mind. We'll play for the 1-1 now. And when Endo came on, it tells you everything you need to know what our plan was in that last 5-10 minutes. Play for the draw. We're not bothered. We'll get a draw, not get a win. I understand. If it was a 1-1 yesterday, let me ask you this, guys. If it was a 1-1 yesterday, would we be talking about the problems at Liverpool? Because many wouldn't. Maybe a loss needed to happen to open a lot of people's eyes. So even if we won yesterday, even if we say Salah scored that chance when he should have passed it, say if we score that, we win 2-1. Everyone's like, oh, it's fine. They're all right. They're okay about the performance again. This is what I'm saying. The result didn't give it. I was last night. If you drew 1-1, I'd been like, well, that's what I expected anyway. So I'm happy with the result, but I'm not happy with the performance. I'd been honest still. I'd have been still honest last night. If we drew 1-1, I'd have been saying, no, not good enough performance. We didn't go in that game wanting to win that game. One team wanted to win, and that was Chelsea. And that's why they got the 3 points in the end. They're the team that pushed to win. Maresca made the changes. Maresca wanted to win. Maresca got the win. Well, we're supposed to be Premier League champions here. And we're happy to take a draw. We could have taken advantage of them having no defence and Cole Palmer. They had no Cole Palmer and they had no defence. Even the defenders that started, they were getting injured and coming off. They were down to like their 176th fucking defender. And we couldn't take advantage of that. It's worrying that we're not creating chances for Isak. Probably the most complete striker in the league. One of the best strikers in world football, and we're not creating chances for him. We've got 2 of the most creative players in world football in Wirtz and Salah. We're not creating many chances. Yes, individual performances right now are not good. Salah needs to improve. Gakpo needs to improve. McAllister needs to improve. Kirkes needs to improve. Konate needs to improve. Absolutely need to improve. But when you've got so many players not playing well, there's a bigger reason why. Because we're not playing to them. I think Arne Slot is the perfect manager to realise this. Although some of the things he is saying in the press conference are starting to piss me off, because it's the same thing that we laugh at Arteta for saying at Arsenal. It's the same thing that I would laugh at another manager for saying, and think he's been blaming referees and stuff, and I don't like that. Like, oh, if we had the referee in Galatasaray game, we'd have got a penalty yesterday. Fuck the penalty. I'm not talking about the penalty. It wasn't a penalty. Move on. Don't mention the referees. We need to start looking in the mirror here and saying it's on us. We didn't win yesterday. Nothing to do with referees. Nothing to do with anything else. We didn't win because we didn't go win. We didn't go and try and win. We didn't win because we didn't have the right tactics in the game. Chelsea were the better team. And when he says it was an even game, I don't think Chelsea were that good, if I'm honest. I don't think they were that good. It's fact they controlled most of the game. And, they had players that did the right things in the right moments. But it wasn't an even game. Saying that yesterday was an even game is being dishonest. And I've been praising Arne Slot for being his honesty, and I've loved Arne Slot's honesty. I said it the other day. I did a short video about it the other day about Arne Slot being honest about, we don't want to rely on penalties. We don't want to rely on extra time. We don't want to rely on these fine margins. And that's honesty. I love that. But be honest even straight after the game, be honest about it. We weren't good enough. Chelsea were the better team. Chelsea won. Simple as that. Simple as that. That is honesty for me. And I prefer that than talking crap. I prefer it, because that same stuff we talk about is the same things we laugh at an Arteta for. And we don't see the same energy, because it's our player and it's our manager, it's our team. And this is what I'm saying about bias. Fans are a big problem in that. Fans are a big problem. Fans can't be honest about their own players, their own team. And it's not negative, it's being truthful. Some people go too far. I said this. And many, many things. Some people, same with the opinions on FSG. People go way too far with FSG, saying FSG out every day and things like that, and tagging John Henry's wife in and stuff. That's just weird. That's just way too far, and you're losing the point that you're making with FSG at that point. Right now, FSG's changed my mind. They've actually started to show now with a bit of ambition, which is fantastic. But then those that are FSG in and won't ever have criticism for FSG, they also are in the wrong as well. And that's the issue. There's always a middle ground in everything. Remember when Klopp got Robert Fab didn't play in the first team until he felt they were ready to play his style of football, and Wycat Slot doesn't do the same thing. Exactly that, Tony. Exactly that. I mean, Klopp. I'm going to say something about one. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get a charger, but I didn't realize my laptop was going to die there. Give me a second. But one thing I will say about Klopp though and Slot is, right now, am I confident that we'll win the league title again? Answer in the comments. I'm going around for nothing. Answer that in the comments. Are you confident we win the league title again on the Slot? From what you've seen, are you confident? Because I saw the first I'd say the first 2 months under Jurgen Klopp, even though he had the poor team, you could see a style of play with Klopp. You can see what he's trying to do. Give me a second. And I said to people I know, I said, you know, My United fans, I said, we're going to win the league under Jurgen Klopp. I can see what he's trying to do. It just needs the personnel. Right now, I can't see what Arne Slot's trying to do. I can't see a style of play. Last season, you know, people were going to say, look, Arne Slot was won as the Premier League last season, but you got to also remember Arne Slot was sort of still using Jurgen Klopp tactics a little bit. I think he just put a little bit of sprinkle on it, which is fantastic. Arne Slot was the reason why we won the league last year. I think I said it last year, actually. I think if Jurgen Klopp was the manager last year instead of Arne Slot, I don't think we win the title. So I think those tactical tweaks that Arne Slot did last year just put a little bit of sprinkle on Jurgen Klopp at the Jurgen Klopp's side at the point, and Jurgen Klopp's tactics at the point, and it was enough to win as a league title. We did enough in that first half of the season to win the league title. And what didn't help last season, what helped us last season, was Arsenal and Man City dropping off. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Arsenal and Man City dropping off last season helped us massively win that title. And I said this season, off season, I said Arsenal and Man City, especially Arsenal, aren't as far away as Liverpool as what some Liverpool fans think they are. This season, it's going to be a proper title race. I said this. It's going to be a proper title race. Arsenal will improve and Man City will improve, and we'll have a proper title race on our hands. So those fine margin games, those games where we played poor and relied on individual moments, that can't happen this season as often. We've got to start showing the dominance. We've got to show that we are the team to beat. We've got to show we are the best team in the Premier League. And this season so far, we've not shown it. We've had moments. Atletico Madrid, home, in Champions League, first half. Everton, first half. Parts of Bournemouth game, parts of the Newcastle game have been excellent. Excellent. But that's it. That's it. I can pick you snippets of this season, which is worrying. Because we don't play Burnley every week. We don't get these decisions every week, whether we get a penalty last minute against Burnley. We don't get a Szoboszlai free kick every week to win us the game. We don't get a corner into Van Dijk header in the last second to win every game. We don't get last minute winners every week. We can't rely on last minute winners every week. It's not sustainable. So these results now, all they're doing is just reflecting the performance. And at what point can you have honest conversations about what we're seeing? Some people, like I said, will wait till their boiler completely goes before having honest conversations that they need a new boiler. I'm not saying we need a new manager. Not a chance. Not a chance. I'm saying we need a new manager. But it still needs a new system or something new. It needs to change up something because it's not working. And if someone's playing shit, you take them off. This whole thing about keeping Salah on 90 minutes, keeping McAllister on 90 minutes when they're not playing well, it doesn't work with me. We've got Federico Chiesa on the bench who has done nothing at all wrong. And when he has played, he's been fantastic. He's got your winners. He's saved your Arne Slot. And yet you're still not using him. I think Slot will turn it around. I don't know if that's more hope than expectation, but I'm going to go with it anyway. I'm going to go with it anyway. I'm hoping that Arne Slot turns it around. And I think we've pretty much got the best manager to do so because he's tactically very, very intelligent. He knows what's going wrong, and he's usually very, very honest about what he's saying. I just don't like what he's been saying recently about blaming referees, blaming this and that, and saying we're evens in a game when we're clearly not evens in the game. I'd rather honesty than that. Arne Slot, and then Tony said here, look, when Klopp did Robbo and Fab, I don't even think it's the personnel because it's like, he drops Wirtz yesterday, we played the same. He dropped Salah midweek, we played the same. We need to find a formation or a system that works for these players. And I don't know why this has not even crossed anyone's mind as of yet on how to work this. We're being open at the back. We're not creating many chances. We're not playing like champions. As Jamie Carragher said, I'm actually agreeing with Jamie Carragher. We're not playing like champions. And that's not good enough. We're not playing like we're not even playing like a title challenging side at the moment. And that's not good enough for me. Having watched everyone play, this is madness, right? Having watched everyone play and knowing to get the best out of each one of them, right now, for Wirtz and Salah to work together and the fullbacks to work in a system, for me, is the same formation I mentioned at the start of the season. We went through a formation stream at the start of the season. Obviously, 4-3-2-1 is 4-2-3-1 is the obvious formation we're going to play. But I thought if we sign Matt Gahey, at times, if we sign Matt Gahey, at times we could play 3-4-3. Canate, Gahey, Van Dijk as your three at the back. And that also gets best out of your fullbacks in Frimpong and in Kerkez. But right now, I would even try that. I'm being genuinely serious about getting the best out of what I'm seeing right now. 3-4-3 could be the one. I'm still happy playing 3-4-2-3-1 as long as we play the right players in the right places. And Gravenberch be that sitter. I don't want Gravenberch to be the sitter, but we ain't got a DM. That's another issue, by the way. We need a DM. We need a DM. And I've been banging on about it for years. We need a DM, but people don't understand. Oh, Gravenberch is a DM now. Gravenberch is a DM now. Are you watching the same game? Are you watching the same player as me that you think Gravenberch is a DM now? Because he can play well there. So I must be watching different football. I must see the game differently to people. I said all along Gravenberch is not a DM. And look at him now going forward. He's unbelievable. He's just playing DM because no one else can play there. That's all he's doing. He's very good there because he's very intelligent, very good. He got the ability to do it, but he's still not a DM. We need a DM, by the way. Right now, I think 3-4-3 is the best formation I think we can play to get the best out of these players. Honestly, Gomez, Van Dijk, Canate. And we just don't have, we don't have centre back depth, which is an issue, but that's what I'd play. Honestly, I'd play Szoboszlai and Gravenberch in the midfield. I'd play Kerkez and Frimpong either side as like a wing backs, or what if you want to call them wing backs, or just right midfielder, left midfielder. And I'd play Salah and Wirtz as 2 10s behind Isak. That's what I'd play. Because we've got the defensive cover there with the 3 defenders, which then allows Gravenberch and Szoboszlai to do a little bit more than what they want to do. Gravenberch and Szoboszlai can to cover out wide if they want to cover out wide, in the fullback areas if they want to come back and do that. You got the wingers slash fullbacks, wing backs, whatever you want to call them, covering up and down. The width going forward and the width coming back. You've got a strong line defence there with Gravenberch and Szoboszlai in front of the defence. And you've got Wirtz and Salah inside behind Isak. And that's where they're threatening. Wirtz from the left-hand side of the inside of number 10 and Salah from the right-hand side of number 10. Because Salah's been played on the touchline. Salah's no longer a touchline winger. Salah was a touchline winger when we first bought him, when he had that pace and the power to go past players, wants to dribble players. He's not longer that player that wants to dribble past players. He wants to be in and around that box where he's creating and scoring. That's where Salah wants to be. So why not play him there? Kerkez doesn't want to be a left back that comes in the centre back. He wants to be up and down that wing as a left back. So why not playing him there? Szoboszlai wants to be number 8, not a right back. So why are we not playing him there? You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. We're also another one with Canate. Canate's been poor, yes, but we're asking Canate to be a ball playing centre back. We're asking Canate to be Matt Gahey. He's not Matt Gahey. He doesn't play ball playing centre back. So why are we asking him in the system to play this way? Why are we passing it back around at the back for so long and passing it back to Mamardashvili? Mamardashvili is clearly uncomfortable with his feet yesterday. He saved us in the game, by the way. He's made some good saves. You play the system for the players you've got. And if they don't fit that system, why could we bought them? Why have we bought them? We either play the same way we did last year with the same team and have these players on the bench, or we don't buy them. Because why have we bought these players if we're not playing to a system that suits them? For me, it is. I'm worried about Slot. In a way, yes, but I don't think he's stubborn about his tactics. We know he switches it up tactically, so I'm hoping he does see what we're seeing. I hope he does switch it up and changes things around. So I'm hoping that. I think he's quite stubborn in terms of the players that he's playing and keeping players on the pitch that aren't playing well, certainly, which is a big worry. I am worried slightly about Slot. I'm worried about the things that he's doing and the things that he's saying in the press conferences. Absolutely. But am I worried for long term? Right now, no. Because I trust Arne Slot to see what we are seeing. I trust Arne Slot to understand tactically things need to change. And I trust Slot to change them. If we can see it as fans, he can certainly see it. Does he deserve the criticism? Absolutely deserves the criticism right now. He's the one that should be asked the questions of what's going on at Liverpool. None of this bullshit about referees. I don't want to hear that shit. Do not turn into Arteta. Do not turn into a fucking manager that we laugh at. Don't do it. Tell us the truth. You need to change things up. Yes, we've got new players coming in. And yes, it's going to take time for them to bed in. But it doesn't help. It's not going to go any quicker than bedding in if we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Because right now, the football we're playing, sometimes we're not even making 5-yard passes. It doesn't even look like we've played together ever. None of the players together. So right now, we've got 2 weeks. 2 weeks to address what we've seen over the last week. 2 weeks off, pretty much, from club football. Obviously, the players are going to go on internationals, but Slot needs to use these 2 weeks as an advantage of say, right, we need to really seriously see what our best formation is, what our best team is, and go forward with that and keep that system. We need to get this sorted. Hi, Darren. Thoughts on if we lose to Man U is over? I think, unfortunately, if we lose to Man U, mate, honestly, I can't. We're talking about managers that are getting it wrong at the moment. Amorim's another one that gets it wrong at the moment, and that's why Man United struggle. Because he's playing players in positions that don't suit them. But if we lose to Man U, that is the worst of the worst. There's no way. I'm sorry. This is how bad Man United are. Right, is the fact that I don't think they're as bad as people make out to be, but I just think we should never be losing Man United at home. In this right now, in 2025, the way we've been the last few years and the way Man United have been, there's no way we should be losing that. So I don't even want to contemplate losing it, if I'm honest. But I said it last night, and this should open the eyes of everyone. I said this last night. I am not fully confident in beating Man United. I think we will, but on a percentage wise, I think we will. I think 75%. I think we'll beat Man United. It should be 100, or at least 99% certain that we beat Man United. Looking at both teams, looking at the way they both have been in the last few years, we should be on 100% of certainty we beat Man United. I'm at 75%. And that tells you everything that we need to know at the moment. And I said to you anyone that watched the preview, I predicted a 1-1 in the game between Liverpool and Chelsea. I said it's going to be 1-1, and it won't surprise me if someone wins it late. And I think either team could win it. And I was absolutely spot on, by the way. And I ended up 2-1 Chelsea, but I was absolutely spot on my analysis of that and why I thought that. Because nothing this season, in fact, apart from a few moments, nothing this season has given me the confidence in Liverpool to go win games now. Nothing. Not against Chelsea away. Not against Palace, not against Galatasaray. I can't be 100% confident in Liverpool winning games at the moment. Not from what I'm seeing. We should be beating Man United, and I think we will beat Man United. But can I put my chest out there and say that? No. I can't. I can't do it because what I'm seeing with my eyes is not going to convince me enough to say I can say it with chest that will beat Man United. And that should be a wake up call because every Liverpool fan right now should be 100% confident, chest out, we'll beat Man United. Man United is shit. But I can't say that with absolute confidence. And that, for me, tells you where we are right now in terms of performance. Forget the league. We're second in the league now, by the way. Second in the league. So this top of the league shit, like, oh, it's okay, we're top of the league. At what point let me ask you a question. At what point do everyone realise there's issues there, realise the concerns, and realise the criticism needs to be had? Do we have to fall down to 5th for people to talk? Do we have to fall down to 8th for people to talk? I don't think we will do that, but is that what has to happen for people to open their eyes and actually criticise stuff and actually not just criticise, but be genuinely honest about the criticism and the valid concerns and the issues that we have? For me, it doesn't have to take that to do that. I'll be honest, regardless of the result, regardless of where we are in the league, if something needs calling out, I can call it out. But a lot of fans are not like that. A lot of fans will happily cover their eyes, close their ears, and go la 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 la. And a lot of fans will just put other fans down for simply for having concerns because they're on high horses. I don't do high horses. I don't do looking down on anyone else. Fans are fans. I disagree that people are Arne Slot out. I disagree that people are too toxically positive. But I never put anyone down. So if you're concerned, and if you have concerns about valid concerns about Arne Slot and about the tactics that we're having, you're absolutely right. And keep vocal in those concerns. Don't ever be told by someone that you're less of a fan because of that. But one thing I will do is back these players, back this manager. Both things can be true. I can be critical and I can be honest and have valid concerns about Slot and what's going on the pitch, but I can also back them at the same time. It doesn't mean I'm not a fan, and I'm backing these 100% right now. These players need us. This manager needs us, and I'll back them until they show me until they show me they don't deserve backing. You know what I'm saying? I'll always back a manager until it's gone too far. Does that make sense? But right now, it's nowhere near too far. Slot's lost 3 games. That's it. For the first time in his career, he's lost 3 games in a row. So anyone that's Arne Slot out, just calm it a little bit. But those that are saying everyone can't criticise Slot, you calm it a bit as well. Because right now, the questions need to be on him. But I think we do move forward. I think we do bounce back. Hopefully, I'm glad it is Man United after the international break. So we couldn't have a better game than bounce back because I was not just because Man United are crap, but the fact that if we win that, it's beating Man United. It's a big like, come on. It's a big boost that you get as a Liverpool fan. Beating Man United is the best thing ever. So yeah, let's just see how it happens after the international break. Hopefully we do change things up and see what we do. Thoughts on fullback options? What do you think we do? For me, play the fullbacks in the fullback position. Play the fullbacks we've got. Right now, if I'm going on form, I'd go Kirk, I'd go Robertson, and I'd go Frimpong. They're the fullbacks I play. And again, it also depends on the system. If I change to 3-4-3, like I said, I think Kirkus and Frimpong works as a wing backs or as a wide midfielder at that point. But if we keep the same system, for me, it's Frimpong and Robertson. If we're going to always keep inverting that left back into a centre back, Robertson does that better than Kirkus. But then where do we fit Kirkus there then? Because Kirkus doesn't suit that. That's why I think Arne Slot needs to look at it more so. Arne Slot needs to sort his system out, sort his formation out, sort what are we going to do going forward now? How are we going to play? Are we going to ask the left back to come inside as a centre back? Because if we are doing that, Kirkus is not the right player. He's not. So on your question there, John, it depends on what system and what formation Arne Slot wants to do for me. But right now, if you keep the same system, keep the same formation, it's Robertson at left back and Frimpong at right back. And I think Frimpong at right back also going forward helps Salah come inside a little bit more. So I think it gets the best out of Salah. But yeah, let's see what happens after the international break. Make sure you do hit that like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you haven't done already, For all your latest Liverpool news, transfer news, and Liverpool content in general, this is the place for you, Talking Reds. Thank you for watching today, guys. Thank you for getting in the chat as well. If you have been in chat, hope you have a great day. Enjoy your day. You know, obviously football can sometimes determine moods, but I like to keep football to the football. I like to. This is why I like doing this, because I can get it off my chest, see what speak to you guys, interact with you guys at home about Liverpool, and then after that, I can just relax and just say, football's not on my mind then. But yeah, thank you for